Man, I forgot what I was doing here. What's going on, everybody? We were off last week. Welcome to another episode. Um, I'm a little high, not technically.
Not
And
technically, or quite literally.
literally, our special guest is a little low. So
Oh, let me,
we equal
scoot
each other
my
out.
scoot my chair.
Gonna raise that chair.
I'm like pretty small. I'm pretty short. I think that's the highest my chair goes.
You can always get higher. Just
I'm
kidding.
like, let me get up on the camera a little bit more.
I don't actually get high, so you know. Am I a little dark? What's going on, everybody? I know we got like the contrast of literal worlds, like the light world and the dark world.
I know. I'm like, you want me to turn like my big light off? I could do that.
No, it's straight. I'm just in the, you know, I was at happy hour with my friend before this, so there's, a little late. It's fine. It's fine. What's going on? So anyway, let me introduce coming with coming from high, coming highly. Can I speak? I had 2 beers. Come on. Being highly um, requested from Autumn, the stream princess, um, our special guest, Anjanette, Lanae.
Hello, hey everybody. I wish I could see like the chat. It's just coming in on the screen, but I can't see like as it coming in though.
Wow. Well, you should be able to. I don't know why, but that's okay. Shout out. What's up, non-Jillian? So everybody. Oh, every day on the stream, Anjanette, we do something that I have to sort of add in real quick because I didn't add it in before, so now I'm going to add it in. But we have to do the cue of the day, which is like the question of the day. So let me add in the question of the day and then I will pop it up. So usually Autumn reads it, so I guess
Oh,
since
should I read it?
you can read it. So ready, here goes.
All right. Did anything at NAMM 2024 excite you?
Yeah. So chat, did this is the wrap up stream. Also follow Anjanette Lanae on Instagram. Her hashtag's at the, or not hashtag, the at is at
My
the bottom.
handle's right here.
I missed being off last week. Champ, we missed you for a little bit. Welcome
Lexington.
back.
That's a tight name.
Yeah, Champ is he makes a lot of nice jokes in the stream. What's going on, Catherine? Ooh, Catherine, I saw your Instagram. Can you write in the chat if you use reverb, Catherine? Because I might have something for you. Just write in the chat.
Reverb in general, or like?
Well, I got something from Reverb, and if Catherine uses it, then I'm gonna send her something. Okay, well, I'm gonna send you a little code. Might be good. You might be good for you. So let's see. Also, sorry for no music this week. I actually am using my MPC. See, it's gone. Anjanette, the MPC used to be back here, so it's gone.
In the videos, though.
I know. It sucks and it doesn't work a lot, but it used to be back there. So people are saying a lot of different stuff, but I want to pose the question to special guest. Anjanette, did you notice anything from like NAMM? Like, I don't know a lot about your production setup, etc. I see a lot of closet space in the background.
Yeah.
So,
If I point the camera to like my desk, then you'll see everything. But no, to be honest, I do not have nearly as much analog gear as you do. So I'm over here like, dang, I'm feeling like a little imposter syndrome. I low key do everything in the box right now.
okay.
You know, but
So
yeah.
anything in the box you saw that you were like, hey, might,
No, there's like a lot of things just in general though at the convention that I wish I was there to go play with. I
Mhm.
think ultimately though, like I would love that a lot of my friends were there representing for like different brands. Like shout out my homie Infinite, like he was repping at the FL Studio booth. So
Oh
it's
yeah.
cool to see like the homies like on site, and
It was good time.
yeah. Yeah, so that was cool. But I think as far as like the gear goes, I don't know if you're still with me, you're kind of frozen over there. I'm gonna give him like 2 seconds to see if he unfreezes or if I should continue talking. Oh, it might be a one-man show tonight, namely me. But yeah, to answer that question though, and I hope he still hears me when I get back. Oh, when he gets back to this side, is I'm still getting used to Pioneer DJ being called Alpha Theta, but their new controller looks pretty tight. I might have to get my hands on that, but if their price point is like as expensive as like the XCJs, CDJs, like that might be a pretty penny, but yeah, the DJ gear was looking pretty snazzy out there. I wish I could see the chat. Like I would totally try to see what's up going on behind the scenes. I don't know like who's watching right now. I see Catherine popped up over here. So yeah. Just gonna wait till he gets back on.
What's up, everybody? Sorry, a little bit of it's raining. There's a storm here in California, so having a little bit of internet in and out, but hopefully we will get it all. We will
So
good.
Tony lied. So it does rain in California.
Yes, it does, and it's not been great lately, but you know what? It's gonna be fine. Um, so let's see. Autumn gave her tips on how to take over the stream. She told her all of Noir's. Oh man, they want a tour of your setup. I feel like that's just so awkwardly impossible right now.
Yeah.
How about you tell them like what your main how about like your top 5 things in general that you use? I know you use like a launchpad
Uh,
type thing.
Here, I could at least like unplug and show that.
Okay.
But I just like rolled out like my desk has like I guess a keyboard holder. So I have a Alesis V49
Okay.
standard MIDI controller and the ever so trusty. Let me see if I could pull her up and out over here. But I'm a Ableton
Oh,
push
that's
girl.
right.
So, she a push 2 though. I didn't upgrade to the 3 yet, but I've been rocking with this since like I would say like fucking 5 years now. Oh, my bad. Can we cuss on the show?
Um, I mean, you can.
Yeah,
I
we might
can't
have to bleep
because
that out.
my nieces be watching this show, so you can,
Oh,
but I can't. My mom will come on; she'll get mad. Um,
oh,
I'm
not
just
me disrespecting the moms. Okay, excuse
um.
my French.
So I know Autumn's like a push 3 user. She's been having um a lot of love for the push 3, but like maybe we could like have like a push stream because I don't know anything about the push. When me and Autumn went to like the studio like a month ago, um, she brought the push and it was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Um,
are you a Ableton user or not?
no, 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 no. I have
Okay.
used Ableton, but now I'm just like a Cubase user. But maybe I'm an MPC user. I I made a beat on the MPC today. I really am like falling in love with like I don't love how my MPC works because it's trash, but just
Why is it like kind of old and glitchy?
it's so buggy. Like I don't get
Okay.
this thing. So weird. But okay, so you're a push 2 user. Push 2 is the one where you need to be in the box, right?
Yeah,
Do some
yeah,
stuff.
because the 3 is like a standalone basically now.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and then I mean the mic that I'm using right now, I got a lot in audio.
Oh, okay.
Yup, and then like my studio monitors, I'm a Cali audio girl.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, and that's like basically all the main stuff. For my DJ gear, I have a FLX 6. That's not in this room though. Like I have all my DJ stuff like in my living room. So if I was to give you a tour, I low key have to go in the studio and then like the rest of my house to show my everything, you know.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
see, that's what happens, everybody. Anjanette is not a Cali person.
I
She's
am though. I'm from the Bay, baby. I'm
not a
from the
Cali
East
lifestyle,
Bay.
meaning you're shoved into a place that, won't allow you to have space. Look at, you know, carpet. Look at that. You're living like a queen over there with the whole, you got a doorstop.
I got
Sheesh.
yeah, yeah. But nah, I am from California though. Like if anyone's watching this, if you're from the Bay, I'm from Hayward. So shout out to the East Bay.
I think there's some like Bay Area people in here.
That's what's up, man.
Um, so anyways, um, typically we start off the stream with some like I we call it going around the web.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I find cool little, video clips of, performers that I'd like to sort of watch. Sometimes I watch the clips, often I don't. So you kind of, you get what you pay for, being it's free to watch it. So hey, I
Okay.
can't be blamed if it's bad. But hey, um, oh, shout out to 510. What's the 510?
Hey, that's Bay area code.
Gotcha. Okay, okay.
Yeah. Cool Doug love. Loving it. I love everyone's like unique handles tonight.
I know, right? We always get like, I remember when Champ Flex joined, I was like, wow, what a cool name. Even though I met Champ in person, I didn't like know it was him at first. So, but it's time to go around the web. We have a little intro for it too. We're very high tech over here. Time to go around the web. So, first on around the web this week, we have a modular setup. So, let me know. Make sure you can hear it on your end.
All right.
But yeah, this is. I mean, I don't know why I picked this. I'm trying to think why I picked this. Oh, I picked it because it has like a little visualizer type thing going on the screen. So
That sequence looks crazy.
we're gonna see how this is. I'm seeing. What is the thing on the bottom right here with all the colored buttons? Is that like a?
That kind of looks like it the push, but it could also be one of the Yokai ones that they came out with something that looks pretty similar
I
to.
think it's like a force or
Yeah,
something. It's the something. All
yeah,
right.
they
Well,
look pretty similar.
3, 2, 1, go. Can you hear me?
Yep. Okay.
So, Anjanette, what do you think?
Dude, super trippy. And he knew what he was doing with those visuals up there.
I know. I
Yeah.
remember seeing those on the wall of someone's house once. There was a lot of there.
Man, no, I can imagine. But on the note of like the production itself though, it's like I wonder what patches are making what sound, you know what I'm talking about? Because like he's got all this like analog gear, but you can see that he's also in Ableton too. So I'm like, one, I wonder how his CPU is doing on the computer, and it's just like, how is he making all this stuff happen?
Yeah, I always kind of, I don't want to say like it bothers me, because saying it bothers me is not what I'm meaning, but there's so much going on in this sort of environment. I literally see a full rack of like Moog stuff on the left. I'm seeing a few other like modules that look like make noise modules, then a full modular, and then all this stuff over here. And I'm just like, where is it coming from? You know, so I understand the kind of process. It kind of like, um, I don't know. It's just like I almost need like, maybe it's in the description of the video, but I feel like it probably isn't. There's a
Nah, there's a lot of hashtags though.
lot of hashtags. I mean, I'd like to say that that's not the way that YouTube works, but hey, I'm not the
Hey, it got your attention though, right? Like, how did you come across this video?
um divine intervention, clearly. It was based on like the thumbnail. The thumbnail was like this
Yeah,
right here, and I'm like, "Oh, that looks sick. Like that'll be like a sick setup." So, that was there's not a lot of thought. It's more what captures my attention like in 3 seconds when I'm deciding these.
yeah,
But good stuff.
yeah.
Next,
What do you like about that one though?
what
Like,
did I like about that
yeah,
one?
like go ahead and like dissect it a little bit, you know?
Wow. I'm extremely cynical, so let's not ask my opinion on anything. It was I liked that he had really long dreads, and I always wish I could have really long dreads.
He commented on the guy and not like the music.
Ew. I got to choose, right? By
Yeah,
choice.
yeah, you're right, you're right.
Next up, after this ad from Sweetwater, of course, and after another ad from, what is this? Oh, Virgin Cruise Lines. Okay, so this is different,
Hmm.
a little different, but I found this, and it comes from the company that makes like these modules and stuff, AJH Synth Official.
Hmm.
But I don't know. I mean, just like a big modular thing, and it said like analog percussion, so that's why I picked it. So that's why I can say why I picked this one. I didn't pick it because of anything other than a big modular, and it said analog percussion, and I wanted to see what it would sound like. So
Gotcha.
we're gonna find out right now. just need like a kick drum. Drop it in. It'd be
I feel like I could hear FKA Twigs get on this, like, as it is.
amazing. What kind of music does FKA Twigs make, like genre wise?
You know, that's a great question because I feel like it's hard to even like put her in a box because she gets on like these alternative, like ethereal type of like electronic music. But I think as of like the last couple of years, she's a little bit more mainstream now. But she's, I don't know, I don't even know how to describe it because I wouldn't say it's R&B, but it's not electronica either. So it's like genre bending. But she be getting on stuff like this though.
I mean, a really creative vocalist can just make anything. Like that's why I I I I envy people with like amazing voices and like
Yeah, she's
automatic.
got that angelic voice for sure.
See, very jealous. Well, I like that actually. I mean, I'm more of like a maybe like straight up like either IDM or like progressive house. Like maybe I'm a little bit more mainstream. So I'm
Mhm.
hearing that and I'm like, okay, I hear this. This is like interesting, but like if you just drop that into like kind of like a typical like four on the floor,
Mhm.
I'd be like, oh yeah, that's just flowing because it got
Mhm.
great tones, cool little percussion stuff. That's like you know kind of unique or whatever. So I liked it. I liked it.
Yeah. It was definitely like someone said it was like kind of like slow burning. That's for sure. But like I feel like music has so many different use cases that if you're into like meditation or anything like that, that'd be like perfect soundscape for
That's
it.
true. Drop that into like a nice Malibu sound bath. You know, people going off on that.
Yeah.
A lot of rich people going off on that. Well, this week there's not just music tech news. There's music tech news, but in the sense of actual music. And you know, I don't remember where I heard this first off, but I heard this news story about TikTok and
Mhm.
TikTok's biggest, I guess, Universal Music Group is the biggest music record company that there is. Okay. And so we're going to go to this article from, you know, Rolling Stone magazine, which I mean, good Lord, like look at all of this stuff on the sidebar. I mean, good
Yeah.
gracious. Um, but um, the big news, I think, this week, other than Taylor Swift being right here,
Mhm.
it starts to be really weird. But Universal has started to take away music from TikTok. I
Mhm.
don't use TikTok. Anjanette, do you use TikTok?
I love TikTok, sadly. Yeah, yep. They
No,
got
not sadly. I mean, I just don't get TikTok because I feel like I missed it. But you use TikTok,
Yep.
so you understand like how TikTok works, where people use music, right? Like in
Mhm.
their clips and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So tell us how like all that works because I don't really know.
Yeah, so just to give it like a high level overview, um, with many like music distributors and just the labels itself, you have the ability to like distribute the music directly to TikTok. So just like on
Oh,
Instagram or whatever, you could like, if you're posting a story and you want to put a song behind it, you could literally like have the actual record on your post.
yeah.
So TikTok was doing that as well. So it's like, oh yeah, add a sound, and you would pick either Taylor Swift, Drake, whomever on UMG, and like it was just as easy as that. But I think I don't know, like they're just doing like a kind of like an ego measuring contest. I feel like them pulling their entire artist catalog off of TikTok, I don't think that's gonna hurt TikTok at all. Like, let's not play like TikTok isn't only central to music, like the content spans through different verticals. So they're really missing out on like the exposure that happens on this platform, like the way things are able to go viral so quickly because of these trends.
Mhm.
Like, the platform started off as like a dancing thing for like kids,
Yeah,
kids
yeah.
used to like do little whatever on there. But nowadays, like if you're an up and coming artist and you're just trying to have as many ears on you as possible, this was like the best medium to do that.
Hmm.
And I think for a huge label like this to kind of take away their catalog, it's not really going to hurt TikTok as a platform. Like there are going to be other opportunities for the other music labels to now take that space to go viral,
Mhm.
like away from these artists. But at the same end of the coin though, like Universal Music never needed like a platform like this to get their audiences. So it's kind of just like, that's why I say it's kind of like more like an ego trip. Like who decided, like for Universal Music, they're like, oh, we're doing this because our artists aren't being paid enough by this platform, yada yada yada. But I could go way into the details of like, okay, that might stand true, but it's like as an artist, like on a label, do they even get paid what they're worth through their label? So I mean, like that argument could
Right.
go further than what's happening right here.
Yeah, I think this article probably highlights, and based on this article, I'm gonna read Matsy's comment. Matsy said, "It's so funny, also sad how magazines are so dead now. They got replaced by algos and influencers. R.I.P.
Mhm.
Rolling Stone." I'll be honest. I have never seen this many ad placements of one specific thing on a page. It's almost like sickening. Like I wonder what this is like being sponsored by. Who could ever know? Good God! I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
just media sales today, though. Like everything is all about marketing.
like just one media sale. I
Yeah.
mean, geez, I mean,
I
I
wonder how much this placement costs because this was like a pretty big hot topic.
yeah, part of me thinks, I know it's gonna sound sad, part of me thinks not very much, because
Mm.
it's like Rolling Stone magazine, and it's like, I haven't been to Rolling Stone magazine except for maybe 5 times in the last 10 years, you know?
Yeah, not
So
the actual website itself. Like if they, just even just cropped that title and put it on like an Instagram or like an X post. I can't believe I just called it X. I still think it's Twitter. But like if they were to just pop that up, I feel like all of those posts would have got way more views than what they're trying to advertise right here.
exactly. And, I will say this article speaks about things like, AI and whatnot,
Mhm.
and, like, that people were, I guess you call it, I guess the record labels were disliking how people could put AI Drake or
Mhm.
AI Taylor Swift instead of real Taylor Swift or real Drake, and that they weren't getting the money, I guess, that they wanted to get back. And I was thinking, like, how funny that, record label like Universal only speaks up when it's like, hey, you're hurting our revenue. They're not
Mhm.
necessarily speaking about the artistic sort of morality or the, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? It was only
Yeah.
like, hey, look, people are going to be losing money, so we're out. And my thought is, maybe Taylor Swift will be a hit, like it'll
Mhm.
be a takeaway, but that's only because Taylor Swift in herself is almost like, it's a vibe, it's like a whole thing. But
Mhm.
when you're just making a video clip of something, my whole thought is like, it's kind of like, I used to work in music supervision. That was my first job. I worked at a company called Ant Farm in
Mhm.
music supervision. And sometimes the ask for the placement, like if you like, I remember I wanted like Seal's, I think I wanted Seal's system to be part of this ad thing. And they're like, it's too expensive to do the Seal's thing, to do Seal's. So they just picked something else. It wasn't as if Seal's song made or broke the movie, like they needed it for a spot, right?
Mhm.
So it's just, people are just going to pick something else. It seems almost strange that Universal thinks
Yeah.
they're like, you use TikTok, so you understand what TikTok is.
Mhm.
I guess it's cool when you know the song very specifically, but I also don't think that it like removes the entertainment value when it's not, there's Atlantic, there's other record labels.
That's exactly what my point was. Like UMG doing this is only a shot to their own foot. Like TikTok
Yes.
doesn't even need them because, to be honest, like a lot of the songs that do trend on TikTok, which is a beautiful thing for any independent artist that's out there, is like the kids that are making like, music like in their rooms and stuff. Like there's songs that have gone viral on there when I play it like in my car or like on an actual sound system. Like, dude, this mix is terrible. But yo, they're getting numbers though. So it's like you said, it's like if it provides a vibe, it doesn't even matter whose mouth it's coming out of these days.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, this was maybe a year ago, but I was coming up. Soldier Boy was like my guy. I love Soldier Boy when I was coming up. Kiss Me Through the Phone and what
Hell yeah.
right? And like Soldier Boy been fell off for a long time, but he made this song like a year ago, and it was like she make it clap, clap, clap,
Mhm.
clap, clap. She
Mhm.
make it clap, and I was like, I listened to the song. The song's literally like a minute and 40 seconds, right?
Mhm.
It's literally this. It's like, but on TikTok, it popped off and it gave Soldier Boy like his first like charting song in
In years.
forever,
Yeah.
fully off of like TikTok.
Mhm.
So, uh, I I'm interested in sort of what this sort of means for, um, I don't know, a lot of the companies who are probably smaller putting stuff on. Julian says the mainstream music industry, labels and AR, is basically more about making a few seconds of a viral clip than about musicians playing instruments or making songs. And I mean, yeah, I mean, can you be honest, Anjanette? How
Mm.
many hours do you spend on TikTok a day?
If I showed you guys my screen time and literally showed you, that would be like, God damn, like it's pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie, like every time I'm like free, shit, I mean, man, I'd be on there for like hours for real.
Like
Yeah, I
per
am a doom
day?
scroller. Big
Like per
time.
day?
Per day, dang.
Okay, no, I'm just saying. You saying hours a day? You're on
Hours a
TikTok?
day, like, nah, it's got me. Like, I definitely consume a lot of the media that's on there. And honestly, like, it's not even all, like I said, like music related. Like, it could just be like funny people on there, and I'll just be on there like for a minute. So whatever their algorithm is, like, no, they've got it down packed. Like I could see why they're trying to like charge their CEO with all these like weird cases, but it's because like he nailed it. He knows how to capture attention and the people that are creating the content on there. Like somebody said, like some of these videos are like 10 seconds of girls like dancing and stuff. But I mean like those 10 seconds, if they get a lot of replay value and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like yeah, like there's you can't like hate it, like if they found a way to like get through to audiences and stuff, like I don't knock the hustle.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, like, okay, well, my girlfriend doesn't really do TikTok, but I mean, there's, I've, I understand what TikTok is. And like, my thing is, my brain is broken for TikTok.
Mhm.
It's just too fast. It's
Mhm.
just going, like, I literally asked, this is the first time, years ago, when TikTok was out. And remember dating someone and she was on TikTok and I'm watching her be on TikTok.
Oh, snap.
And I said, so the videos just keep coming? They just keep coming? And I'm like, how do you know what's next? And she's like, I just don't know. It just comes. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, so you just like, so I'm like, it just flows. Like, and I'm thinking to myself, this is perfect. This is the perfect like thing. People's attention spans are so short
Mhm.
and giving them, it's like this, giving someone choice, like going on Netflix and choosing a movie is the hardest thing in the entire world,
Yeah.
even though you have 1,000. But if someone just said, hey, here's the next thing, and it's only short. So the investment of time is so little that you
Mhm.
almost don't feel it. You're like,
Mhm.
"Oh, when it passes, it passes." And if you really don't like it, it has to be heavily disliked. You can swipe it away.
Yeah.
So it's like this crazy, just like, but I was just like, my brain was like gonna explode because I was just like, you don't even know what's coming next, and it just comes. It's just like it's just a
Mhm.
new thing, and like, well, it works with your preferences, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm just like, I'm so like, it was too much for me. But um, someone was saying, I think, yeah, Nancy said there's also a discovery aspect to TikTok, and
Mm.
Universal loses newer audiences hearing gems in their back catalog, which is a very, very, very good point.
Yeah. And someone else played off of that comment and brought up the fact that they're bringing older songs to the platform and popularizing those all over again. Yeah. So, like Keisha Cole's Love,
Mm, mm,
that's like
mm,
super
mm.
popular on TikTok. And it's like the youngins, like little kids are singing it like we were back in the day. So, yeah, like, there's a lot of things that can be, I think it's just like a tool, just like every tool, you just got to learn how to utilize it to your own advantage. But it's like you're not going to be mad at a hammer for being a hammer.
Mhm. How how rude of you to basically say that I'm just old and a boomer and I just don't understand TikTok. And I'm just old and
Oh no,
it's,
I didn't say boomer. I said hammer.
but I mean that's what I'm saying. It's like
Oh yeah,
cool to say it so much.
yeah.
I and you know what? I talk a lot of crap about Facebook. Like Facebook
Mm,
to me is just like, how could anyone like, but they're the polar opposite things, but they're just so polar opposite that one's just one feels like a snail race,
mm-hmm.
Facebook, and one feels like the ultimate like ADD like hare race, which is just so fast, and there's like 8,000 hares running at the same time, and it's like just watch, you know. Both are just so different, and I guess I'm one of those weird people in the middle because I'm not like old enough to be a Facebooker, but I'm not young enough to be a TikToker. So I'm like stuck in this like, well, Instagram is just about right. There's some
Yeah.
little things. YouTube's just about right. I get my
Mm-hmm.
long form and my short form, but I know that I'm missing out on like, because I wanted to start a TikTok for as just like part of the channel, but then I was just
Mm-hmm.
like, I can't do that. Like, it's
No,
just
you gotta stay true to you. Like it is another one of those platforms that is very demanding as a creator.
exactly
Like they recommend you post like 3 times a day if you want like
3 times.
traction. Yeah, because like I was working with another music company and they had an advisor, and yeah, part of their whole strategy is just you gotta pick 3 videos to do a day for X amount of time to just garner enough of a following to like where you could finally like ease up on how much you post. But it is like all of it, like the consumption of TikTok is addicting, and so is like the demand for content creation.
Yeah, people are bored. Like that's why I kind of like accept that like, you know, most people work mundane jobs where they're not even necessarily needing to give their full attention to the job
Hmm.
or their full attention to an app. So they just do this in between thing where they just like set their phone up like over here and they're just kind of like, uh, uh, it's like, and so one of my favorite movies of all time is, um, God, oh my goodness. It's the movie, people tell me in the chat, alright? Chat is gonna know this, okay? It's a Mike Judge film, and the Mike Judge film is about stupid people who wear Crocs, and it's
Oh,
a
I've heard
picture.
of
I
this.
just watched it, but now I can't remember the name, so chat is the chat's the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 30th member of this stream, so in about 3 seconds, they're gonna tell me exactly what the name of the movie is. There it is. Idiocracy. Idiocracy. Perfect. Thank you, everybody. So I'm watching Idiocracy, and there's a very early scene in the movie where, like, I think his name's like Dax something, and he's like watching just like a billion ads like happening like at the same time, like on the screen, like flashing, doing, and I'm just like, this is actually life now. It's actually the world we live in now. And it was sort
Mhm.
of this made fun of thing, but we all do live in that world. I mean, I mean, imagine, even though I just sort of showed it, but just like, let's just imagine a world where everything in the world is this. Like, this is a news, this is supposed to be news. I know this is a music magazine, but just, it's just full of just like ads, like
Yep.
everywhere. Now, all of
Yeah,
these people,
that same ad is crazy.
it could just be animated. Like if they still used Flash, I'm sure that would be an animated ad or something. But it's just
Mhm.
like, oh my goodness, just so yeah, there it is. Brondo. There it is. Brondo's got the electrolytes.
No, but you know what they say? It's like every like science fiction movie, it's not just like for entertainment, but it's actually like foreshadowing like what's really happening in the world.
It's so true.
Yeah.
Well, next up, everybody, since we spent a lot of time on that, which was good. I mean, that's what's really going on in people's worlds. And I guess next we could talk about something that is sort of NAMM related. That was NAMM news. That technically
Mhm.
came out around NAMM, so nobody blame me. Behringer Spring Reverb 636. It's a spring reverb. I saw this. I thought it was interesting.
Mhm.
Um, you said you're not a big analoger, Anjanette, but
Mhm.
as not a big analoger, um, what do you think? Like, do you care? Do you not care?
Honestly, here's the thing. I feel like if I had all the budget in the world,
Hmm.
I would heavily invest in all of these because I've been like fortunate enough to go into studios that had like these types of equipment,
Hmm.
and it's just like, yeah, people are pretty good at doing the emulations for these, no doubt, but I don't think there's anything better than getting it out of the actual material, like this reverb could sound super crazy. And it's just like the way that you could turn the knobs like in like infinite, like kind of like directions, like it's not just static to a certain sound. Like
True,
you
true.
can't really replicate things like that. So I would be excited to hear it if I had like the gear.
So here's another question because I think there's a lot of polarization over the name Behringer, and you're sort of. I think maybe I'm if there's a let's call it like a spectrum, right?
Hmm.
All the way over here on the this end of the spectrum is like you're an artist and you're literally making songs with like twigs and a four-string ukulele, okay? And then there's this side which is like all you do is buy gear and you like never make any music and you're just in your house alone. Okay?
Hmm.
I would say on that spectrum, I may be closer to the artist side, but I still do enjoy gear, but I don't care about it as much.
Hmm.
Where are you on that spectrum because of, and how much does Behringer and the idea of gear matter to you, like in your day to day? Like, are you
Yeah.
missing it? Do you want it? Or do you just like, hey, I got my workflow, the push two, I'm doing my thing. I don't care about any of this.
No, I think I'm like definitely on the spectrum of the artist side, but it's to say to not care wouldn't reign true with me. But like I said, though, I think it's just the matter of like, dude, let's not play like these things cost a lot, you know?
Though this apparently is the
Yeah.
lowest costing thing on earth, as it is $121.
Yeah, but that's just like the start of it though. Like say for example, like right now I have like a preamp
What?
and it's like not like the best thing, but that's where it boils down to like in order to have the analog gear, like you have to have like the right components in place. Because if you get like a shitty one piece, then it doesn't matter if you have like the Behringer stuff, you know? It's not gonna sound good if you have like some other whack stuff. So that's why I feel like I'm more on the side of like, yeah, I do everything in the box. Right now, for me, like the emulations like do work.
Yeah.
So it's like I said, it's not like I don't care, but if it's not like easily attainable to me, I'm not gonna cry and say like I can't produce without it, you know?
That's a good, you know, you made the super good point of like, that's just the start, which is always like the start. Like I sit here like, and obviously behind me is a bunch of crap, but you're not even seeing half the crap. And speaking of half the crap, I put this on Twitter. I forgot. Like I freaking accidentally bought this drum log. If you could see how dusty this, I'm gonna turn it towards the light. Maybe y'all can see how dusty this is. I'm gonna blow it. There's a lot of dust that come off it, right? I accidentally bought this because I
Accidentally.
borrowed it from a store and like it was like tax time and it took so long that like they just did the accounting paperwork and they just like charged me for it. And the chat knows how much I have railed against this equipment like over the last year, but I just kept keeping it. So now I own it and I'm like, great, more stuff. Um, but that said, the it's one thing that becomes many things and it sort of pushes you on the spectrum further down towards the like collection side, you know, whereas, you know, the younger you are, the less money you have, the more you just swing on this, you know, you're on the right side. I mean, not the right side, but you're on this side of just creating with what you have. Twigs and a ukulele. That's where you are.
Mhm. Mhm.
I guess I can play this video of the Spring Reaver because we might as well listen to it.
We all love a
Shut up. We don't care. Here we go. I mean, does it sound worth $181, Anjanette? You tell me.
You see, like, one, I will comment that like the StreamYard like sound quality doesn't like I don't think it does this video justice.
No, no, no.
So I can't even really I'm not even gonna like comment because it wouldn't be a fair like you know.
I mean, I accept that. I accept that you said that. It's good that you're being nice to Behringer. I mean, that's actually how it does sound. It sounds like it sounds phasey and tinny. I'm just kidding. It sounds like
You don't like it?
no. My thought is always this. It sounds like a spring reverb. I don't know what else to say. Like
Mhm.
it's when I see synthesizers that cost like, you know, super expensive like analog synthesizers and I'm just always like it sounds like a synthesizer. I don't know in the context of a track. I'm
Mhm.
always like I don't know what I'm supposed to say about a thing that like the only I'm going to say the only cool thing about this is it's so cheap. Like
Mhm.
but it is just part of something, but it's always like, you know, it's a sliding scale and you're falling off the cliff of like, oh, let me just I got this thing and I always think it always comes like with the idea of like the next thing,
Mhm.
right? Oh, cool, I got this spring reverb. Well, I guess now I need like this other analog trash. Like, you know, and I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it is what it is. Um, real quick, Anjanette, give give
Oh
like a
yeah.
give like a you know
Let me
do
drop the
something for us.
link.
Yeah, drop them links. Drop them
Uh,
links.
or should I send it to you since I can't like put it in the chat? I'm not like yeah, this chat thing's like
Can you?
weird.
Yeah, I guess maybe you can drop it to me.
All right. So, chat, I have a music duo with my girlfriend. I produce our music and I sing and like rap and stuff. My girlfriend sings. So, I'll show y'all some of these. But yeah, shameless plug, I will be releasing solo music this year. My first one is releasing on the 9th, so y'all stay
February?
tuned for that. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Y'all. All right, here, I'm going to send it to you in this private chat and see if you can pull it up. Do you have Spotify?
I do have Spotify.
All right, cool.
We can. Let me make sure my audio settings are.
Oh, and if your mom's watching, like, yeah, you know, like I say, like, kind of like bad stuff on here.
Oh, so just kidding.
Song is like rated PG-13, I guess.
All right. It's let's see. I think I can play it. Oh yeah, let me see. Because I can play it through the browser. Nice, perfect.
You said, "Let me get my mom out of the room."
No. Okay. So let's go. Which one should I go?
SMO is our latest one.
All right. So how do you pronounce the
Our artist name?
Yeah.
It's Ivane.
Ivane. All right. Very nice. All right. You don't hate hearing your own music, right?
I'm up here, and I gotta be proud of like what I put out, right? So it was good.
All right. Ivane, here we go with SMO. I'm interested.
Oh yeah, StreamYard audio quality is pretty bad.
Press play. Show me I've got crazy, you know you could just find me. Let me out and beg you, you know you could jump on it. Show me I've got crazy, you know you could just find me. Let me out and beg you, you know you could jump on it. See me out, send me on the way, fly me out. Got me asking if you stay for coffee and shit. Got me asking what you want for breakfast and shit. Acting reckless, show me like a necklace. So submissive, only in your presence. On your mouth, lay it down, shut me up, let me out. Yeah, I'ma let you disrespect it. I'ma let you show me I'll go crazy. You know you could just find me. Let me out and beg you, you know you could jump on it. Show me I'll go crazy. You know you could.
Hold up.
Yeah, I don't know what you did to the audio.
Is it better now?
It's doubled. No.
It's doubled?
Yeah. But it's out here, but it's doing now.
Hold up. Rewind. Like that reggae drop. Okay, hold up. Because I have to I'm doing like double echo cancellation thing. All right. It got louder, but now Anjanette's voice. I have to mute her. Okay, I'm gonna mute Anjanette, and then I'm gonna replay it. That'll be.
Just Anjanette, press play. Show me I've got crazy, you know you could just find me. Let me out and beg you, you know you could jump turn me on, the wave let me out. Got me asking if you stay for coffee and shit. Got me asking what you want for breakfast and shit. Acting reckless, treat me like a necklace.
But it is what it is, though.
Submissive, only in your presence. On your mouth, lay it down, shut me up, let me out. Yeah, I'ma let you disrespect it. I'ma let you show me I'll go crazy. You know you could just phone me. Let me out, baby. You know you could jump on it. Show me I'll go crazy. You know you could just phone me. Let me out, baby. You know you could jump on it. Am I going crazy? Never wanted babies, but you're on my mind, might change it. Dangerous, no safe for one. We're lost with no translation. Into this love making, turn me over, switching places. Filling up the spaces, never empty when I'm with you. Swear your love is rooted, got me doing things I don't do. Got me tripping, falling over you now, baby. Driving me so crazy. I'm crazy for you. Said I'm crazy for you. I'm crazy for you. I'm crazy for you. I'm crazy for you.
Oh, thank you, chat. Everyone's so kind.
Okay. Are we?
Yeah. You guys. I was just like,
Are we
it's
good?
like double now.
You're doubled now?
Mm-hmm.
I know. I have to change something real quick. Every time I play something, like it's weird. You have to like change something. Okay. Are you doubled now?
Check. Nah, I'm good.
Okay. See, it's like a weird thing. I like that fire.
Oh, thank you guys. Everyone's so kind.
I think the chat is very like honest though. Chat will
Yeah,
be
like
real honest. So
even if they guessed me, I would have been like, oh, at least they were honest, you know.
no, they're straight. I mean, sometimes they be mean. You know, some of these around the webs don't go well, but I prefer that. You know, most people in here have played music for so I just because I think it's more educational to learn about like how you made something. Give like just like a 1 minute like synopsis of like what you used and then like the inspiration of the track.
Mm-hmm. So, all done through Ableton. So I feel like my favorite plugin is kind of like not a lot of people use it. Well, not a lot of people that I know use it, but it's Absinthe from Native Instruments.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
okay.
love Absinthe. So yeah, I just started like it was like a simple chord progression, and my girlfriend actually played the guitar that's in the background.
Okay.
Yeah, so and like I just make my drum patterns are usually slow like that, you know, like it's like super slow down trappy type of hi-hats, but it's like yeah, I like a lot of like ambient music, and I forgot there's this, have you heard of Sample Tank before?
Of course.
Oh
It
yeah.
feels really old, but it's like an IK multimedia thing.
Yeah. So I also use Sample Tank, and like
Nice.
it had this arpeggiator, like it was just like a random one, and I layered the chord progression with that arp, and I was like, "Ooh, this is giving kind of like it reminded me of That Boy Is Mine from Brandy and Monica."
Oh,
Yeah, so like
oh,
that's kind of like a little bit of like what I heard with that synth like combo. And then just naturally, like, I'm very into, like, I would say, like, seductive type of, like, music, so just naturally those kind of lyrics come to me. And like I said, I make music with my girlfriend, so it's just natural that, like, we just bounce that energy off of each other.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's how the song transpired. And someone asked what SMO stands for. We said a few samples of what it really could mean in the song itself, but we leave it up for your interpretation, you know.
So it doesn't mean shout me out. That's not what it is.
I wouldn't say shout. It could be something else, though, you know.
We'll figure that out off stream. Or I will just use my own, thoughts about what see, I get it because I'm still I still know, like, what's the word? Not abbreviations, but
I feel like you could say,
I know what it is. I know what it is.
yeah.
Yeah, my nieces, they may be listening, so they don't know. It means shout me out. My nieces, clap, clap. That's what it means.
Yeah.
My freaking ears,
You
baby.
said my mom really likes the chat beats.
I mean, that definitely had I saw someone's video recently where they were like, Kanye. I know people hate Kanye, but Kanye said something like, you should make your music like a stop sign, right? It should be not interpreted as anything else, and you should be very straightforward. So my thought is, what you said about the song is exactly how it sounded to me. You said it's supposed to be like a seductive song. It has like that vibe. I mean, I couldn't think of anything other than that. If you didn't tell me that, and I was writing, putting in tags like on some playlist, or, because people make playlists. If I was doing a playlist of keywords, I would put seductive as like the hashtag, because, who doesn't have like genuine My Pony on a list? I mean, it's just in there, it's just
Right.
so very nice, very nice.
Yeah, thank you. And yeah, I see someone said if you like ambience, get Omnisphere. I got Omnisphere, been rocking with that for like years now too. That was like my first like big plug-in investment when I got started.
I remember Omnisphere's the thing that's still like, it's still the only like very expensive, like, everything goes on sale. Omnisphere almost never goes on sale for some reason, because it's just a
No,
billion gigs.
none of their stuff like Keyscape never really goes on sale either.
Yeah. Well, I guess next topic, and thank you for sharing. I'm glad that we got that in, even though it wasn't perfect. The link is in the chat. I'm gonna drop the link one more again. Go check out the song on Spotify. Run it up, everybody. All
I
right.
might have to get back on TikTok and try to run it up on there now.
Videos, you'll get some like body twerking videos. So next random thing to talk about is I mean, you're in the box, but you do use Ableton. Are you at all interested in MPCs? I have a love-hate relationship. Any experience MPC wise?
Yeah, big time. So I think, everyone might have started with the little the mini one, the 25 key.
Okay. Oh, you mean like the little controller one?
Yeah. So I had that just starting out. So like Akai was like my first little dabble into even just getting MIDI controllers.
Mm-hmm.
But I had like the 49 key. But the thing is, I don't know if they changed it since, but the drum pads were hella hard on there. So that's why I didn't really like it too much. But if they did soften up like the drum pads, that does look quite interesting to me. And this is a standalone synth, right? Like it's not a MIDI controller.
No, I mean, I guess it can control anything you want, but yeah, it's a entire workstation. It's probably like an MPC one inside of a keyboard interface. Because I mean, I have the MPC one, and like it has all these buttons. It seems like they're just in a different layout, and the screen's like above it over here or something. But just doesn't have keys. And I was just thinking, like, first off, I hate the red. That's just so
It
obnoxious,
is pretty gaudy.
so loud. It's like you want to get your thing stolen, like boom, put it. Just this is the perfect one. I mean, it looks clean outside of that, but like if they just made this the retro color, that'd be the right one, like a nice cream.
Yeah, that would be clean. I mean, like people make I wouldn't call them stickers, but like the skins for these
Oh yeah,
things.
they make like
Yeah,
the skins for sure,
yeah.
sure. Yeah, I was as I've been messing with my PC, and I've been enjoying just kind of the different workflow. Um, I mean, I know you use like a controller. You said you have the Alesis over there.
Hmm.
Um, is like, is your workflow all so? Because I don't know the push exactly, the push two.
Hmm.
Autumn's push three, you can do all this stuff inside the push three, and then you can just keep it as the push three is like its own standalone thing, which is kind of closer to this MPC thing where it's like all inside. But with the push two, can you do this some stuff inside as it's connected? Or
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, like, is
I
it dedicated? I mean, because the Ableton push is Ableton, like they're all the same company. So
yeah.
I'm just wondering.
No, like yeah, it actually has a lot of like the functionality. It's just I think what makes the 3 so much different from the 2 is it's just because you could do it standalone. But
Gotcha.
if you're plugged into the software, like I wouldn't really have to like use my mouse and keyboard if I didn't want to. Like even accessing the plugins directly from my push, you could do it like with simple twists and clicks and you're in there too. So I think a lot of my workflow, I highly use like I'd like to use a push over like my regular like piano keys for like top lines and stuff because like for me writing the melodies on that is like a little bit more fun.
Oh,
But
writing the melodies on the push.
yeah, like yeah, because yeah, I don't know. I just like the feel of like the pads a little bit more than like the keys.
Oh,
But it's like it varies though. It's just like what I'm feeling that day, but I find it easier to do it on the push sometimes.
are you more in like if you could pick an instrument that you're most familiar with, what is it?
That I'm most familiar with. Like honestly, it's like the drums. Like
Huh.
I could play like real life drums. Like if
Oh,
I had a
full
kit,
time? Like
yeah,
you
like
like a real drum set?
yeah, like if I had like an actual kit, like that would be super fun, but I just don't have like all that stuff right now. But as far as like melodic instruments though, I think I'm actually a little bit better on the guitar than I am like with the piano.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of like one of those things.
I feel like I wouldn't, not that people assume things. I feel like people always assumed things about me randomly. They'd be like, "Oh, you're black, so you play the bass, right?" And I'm like, "What in the world?" So, but I mean, maybe I extracted like, especially hearing the song, thinking like, oh, like sounds like you'd be more familiar on the keys, but then at the same time, I feel like drums are the most challenging for me
Mm,
because drums really like, I think everyone who's a musician always searching for like that elusive pocket, just where
mhm,
things are just because I feel like if you have a good drum, that starts everything. Like that sets up everything. If you have a bad drum, if you have a bad like flow
mhm.
in the rhythm department, it throws everything off. It could be too straight or too, whatever. So you
Yeah,
have to make the rhythm, you know. It's
yeah. And sometimes I will start like my songs off by just doing the drums first and then building around that.
sorry. Someone named Dylan has to jump in the chat. No one, Dylan, you know what?
Dang, you shouting out where you stay at?
I'm gonna come to Stanton real quick. I'm gonna Buena Park in a minute. What's going on, dude? I just feel you got a whole spot over there why not set up the drums?
I'm telling you, like, it really just comes down to I don't know. Like, I think I might do it one day, but I honestly just moved here not too long ago, so there's like a lot of stuff in the pipeline that I want to do to like the rooms in here.
Okay.
Yeah, but I might do it though. I might pull the trigger on drums one day.
Were you ever like an MPC person, or is the workflow like what did you do before? You said you had the push for like 5 years or something.
Yeah,
What did you do before the push?
dude. Like like a lot of people do. I was like queen of using the mouse, man. So I would just like
Really,
click
man,
in. Yeah, like I'm a MIDI kid, you know.
that's
Like no
crazy.
shame in the game.
You'd be like over here like glee, 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 like dragging and dropping. You like
Yeah, no, but honestly, like I got so fast at that though, and I feel like you guys are the type of music that I make. Like when I'm like in the studio with artists and stuff, like that efficiency just like helps me get songs out with people a lot quicker too. You know.
no, for sure. I watched I'm trying to remember the name of the person, but like I watched someone do like
Oh damn! Look, somebody just cashing you out right
oh
here.
wow.
Woo! Shout out to
That's
Destructo.
crazy. Wow. Destructo going crazy. I wonder if people didn't know that the channel was like, because on my main channel, I used to get like super chats all the time. And so like I didn't think people knew the second channel had the monetization because I didn't want to get the things because it always feels so crazy that people dropping money. Destructo.
Look at that.
You're the
See?
stream. I don't even know what the word is when you drop a hundo on a stream. That's like this. You're like the stream Thanos over here.
You like the stream sugar daddy right now. You just got sugared.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow. See, this is there it is right there. That just paid off this week's Affirm interest. Seriously, Destructo. Wow. Thank you so much. I mean, Destructo only doing this because of the MPC, right? Dropping the red for the MPC. Everything in red. Let's go. Yeah, the whole chat knows about my issue with Affirm. It was one purchase. It was one time, guys. One time. Wow. I'm just gonna keep this on stream. We're just gonna go with that.
Yeah, show him, show him. Shout
Yeah,
out to Structo.
crazy. Man, wow, that's crazy. Thank you so much, Instructor. I really appreciate that. That's
Yeah,
too
no,
much.
I'll start to play bass if that's what we need to do.
I know. Well, maybe I guess Destructo watched like the video today, the like main video on the channel where I actually played bass because I played bass and like with Autumn in the session. So yeah, NPC Key. We know this is not something I'm gonna get or that you're gonna get, but I think it's actually the right offering. Like I like to play. I'm a keyboardist, so I like keys. Um, I could see this being realistically like the way to go. Like if I was gonna have an NPC
Mhm.
and I wanted to actually utilize it in my workflow, I would almost need to have keys because I just work so much faster with, you know, the black and whites. Like it just works for my workflow or whatever. Um, I don't know. Wow. Um,
You gotta cop it and just put the original skin on there, and you're good.
I know, just gotta get that retro skin. I can't do it with this red skin. It just looks so tacky. I mean, it doesn't even look like a nice, classy Nord red. It just looks like it just looks like a fire truck. Like it. Um, Anjanette, you got time for one more topic, or you gotta go?
Yeah, nah, dude, we got some.
All right, one more topic, and this is just a NAMM thing. This is something I saw at NAMM, and I kind of wanted to talk about something I actually saw at NAMM and enjoyed, which is there wasn't much at NAMM, everybody, and I've said this many times. Synthetic's in here, and Synthetic can probably echo that it was a slow year, but I saw this thing, which is the PWM Mantis.
Now that just looks aesthetically pleasing.
Some of these screenshots are the worst, but here's a nice solid one.
They still didn't do it justice with that picture.
No, they be trying to do like what I used to do when I first started with video, where it's like, let's do shallow depth of field for everything. It's like, dang, I can't even see the thing. Just back up a little bit. But I'm gonna play a video. I played this myself and I really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to see who would have the best video, Super Booth, or I'm gonna go with this one from our friends at Sonic State. So hopefully no ads. Do I want to play without echo cancellation? It's probably going to sound like crap, but just try to accept that hold on. Let me try to do this. Anjanette, you can't talk for a second just because I'm going to attempt to do better audio real quick. And I hope it's not doubled. Okay. Here we go. All right, skip ahead.
That was kind of early days. It left, and then all these different effects at the end. On the joystick, it's two.
So I can hear like
Big. Sorry if that's coming through the desk as well, because that's quite a beefy sound. So just sweeten it till you down a bit. There's all that you can add to it as well. So on a big fat sound like this, whoops, come on. That's not very fat. That. And there's loads. Big sounding.
So
it's got big boots.
You've got some effects on the end. What do we have?
We
reverb
do
and chorus.
simple reverb and 4 types of chorus.
And are they based on anything in particular? Are they your own?
Okay. Since Synthetic said it's phasing, all I'm going to say is, just try to in your mind imagine something that sounds very fat and creamy, not like a Moog creamy, and not like a sort of 303 creamy, but just very creamy. Also, the video was like distorting anyway, so it wasn't my fault. It's whoever recorded it. That's what they call. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say it. Peeps be watching, and let's just say that was not my old nickname. But anyways, it was really cool sounding. It was my most, I guess, I don't know, just it was the coolest thing there. I know it came out like a little bit ago, but here's my actual reason for asking this, because Anjanette is here, and this is something different. I want to know. I also want to pull this up real quick again, because this is so generous. It serves to stay up here forever. Anjanette, here is the price of this thing. It would be.
Let's see.
It would be
a nice little 1600.
Hundos. Okay. What is that like? You're not like a super synthy nerd, right? Like some people who are in the chat. So when you see that price tag of like 16 hundos, is that like obnoxious to you? Like, what do you think when you see that?
Like, if you scroll up, like, how many?
Like you want to know the specs? Like, what is it?
Yeah, like, because I'm like, I feel like to me, 1600 for like analog gear sounds like normal. Like, it doesn't sound like, oh, that's outrageous or anything like that. But like to other people's point though, like there are other synths like at that same price point that I don't know. Like from what I heard in the video, like it's got like a nice bite to it and stuff, but it doesn't sound that much different from like the other like Moogs and stuff that I've heard, or like Junos or anything. Like it's not too different, you know?
Yes. Here's the thing. It is technically duophonic, so 2 voices, but it can eventually be 4 voices. So just imagine 4 voices for 1600 and a cool green color.
Okay. I don't think you sold me on that there.
And let's see. And let's see. It's got a little Mantis on it. I mean, I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, not like honestly, like I don't know. I was just at Guitar Center like not that long ago.
Yeah.
And there was like a way smaller like synth. I forgot which one I was like messing around with, but I would like take that one over like what I heard with this. But that's just again like it sounds terrible. I'm not like into like the analog hardware, so I can't really make that statement.
I mean, honestly, I would say that I'm a synth lover, but I guess you kind of burn out if you have a certain amount. Like there's just it's kind of like plugins, right?
Yeah.
Like
Like
how
this
many
isn't really adding to the arsenal, right?
That's what I was going to say. Like
Yeah.
I thought like I guess I take a lot of positions of like if you have nothing, is this the one, you know?
I wouldn't say it's the one for me personally.
Okay. Good point.
Yeah.
These are the conversations I like to have because I think it's easy to always sort of go hard and geez, so many entendres that I'm saying. um for the price, there's so many other things that I would go with if I'm thinking, oh, this is the only thing that's going to sit around. But a lot of people they're not loving it. They're thinking the price is outrageous.
Yeah. And especially when you said that it was only like 2 voices, right?
It is technically 2 voices, but it can be 4 voices sometime in the future. And I was kind of like,
sometime in the future. So like say for example, if you were to purchase this today, there's like what updates for these things?
I mean, yeah, I guess that's what I was told was that there would eventually be a firmware type update that would bring the ability to be 4 instead of 2, and it would be 4 paraphonic. I always just say 4 voices because I feel like most people aren't heavily concerned with like the amount of envelopes. Like when we're talking like I'm talking about normal people, like certain people be like, I need my 4 individual envelopes per voice. But it would technically be a paraphonic kind of synthesizer. So, but 4 notes, that's what I think. Well, yeah, it sounds like a synthesizer, but it does sound very good. Maybe, well, fully that demonstration didn't sell it, but in person, and y'all know me, I'm sort of a cynical person about these things. In person, sounded very cool. And unfortunately, it was like one of the few things that was even interesting at the whole NAMM show. So, I mean, as I wrap up, it was like, I'm sure you know a lot of like online creators and whatnot, Anjanette, like those like, just, do you know who Sides is? She's like Instagram person.
Yeah.
Okay,
like I actually worked with her boyfriend on a song that we just dropped not too long ago too.
Sick. Yeah. I met her at NAMM this year and I was like, oh wow, so cool.
Oh wow, so cool.
Well, I mean, it was, Sides is like, like there's really tall people and there's really short people. And I was like, wow, Sides is like,
she's tiny, right?
she is tiny. Like there's like a tiny person. She's like tiny. So I was like, wow, it felt really awkward because I'm kind of tall, and I was just like, oh, how do I like not make this extremely awkward? But no, she's like, she knows Autumn and stuff, so I sound like a hater. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? Is this me? Wait, hating on other people? I'm done. You know, she's very cool, and her boyfriend. They seem to like make content together or something.
Yeah, so I met Ethan last year.
Okay.
And yeah. They're cool people for sure.
Yeah, I think
I should have sent you the song that me and my girl had a collab with Ethan, and we just dropped the song on the 26th, so it's like a week old now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What does he do? Is he like a producer?
Yeah, he does everything. He sings, produces, but I think a lot of his income comes from engineering, though. Yeah.
Oh, like engineering songs.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
What's up, John? What's going on? Missed you at NAMM this year, by the way, John. Yes, Champlex's Noir is a hater. It's just because like I feel like I've done so much like musically, and I'm just like, it's not like I'm like hating on purpose. It's more like the function of things, I think, you know? Like I
Nah,
guess
you're honest. You gotta be honest, man.
it's like I get asked so much, and I know people don't like when I say this, but I just like I get asked about like equipment a lot, and I just got to the point where I was just like, it's not going to make a difference. Like I hate to say that, but just like if you Anjanette, had to break it down to just your laptop and like free plugins that you found online, you do the same thing.
Hell
You
yeah.
come out as similar as possible as you could make it, and the only thing that stuff does is like help your workflow at some point. Like you know what you want to do in your head, and you just want to accomplish that, and nothing's going to stop that. So I get that it's like fun, but like people really hit me with like heavy like, what if I get this? Like what? And I'm just like sort of like, if you're not happy with like the music when in the place that you're making now, nothing will change that. Like nothing I can say, you know. So I don't know. That's why I'm sort of like, okay, it's a thing. That's nice.
It's nice.
See, thank you, Chair to Lemmy. I'm not a hater. I'm just, you know.
Yeah, I think that just comes with the territory of being in music for so long, right?
Exactly. And yeah, Stevie was at NAMM, everybody. I saw Stevie. This is interesting. Stevie was at the Teenage Engineering booth. That blew my mind. That was just, I'm just like, I don't know if this is going to work out for Stevie. I mean, but he's here. I actually think he wanted the recorders, which made perfect sense. He wanted I think he was looking at the like vocal recorder, because I'm like, oh, that's such a Stevie thing. He would just record his vocals, you know, because I think he likes to, he likes to really sing and do melodies along with his playing, so he could just record it all. So I think that's why he was there. Don't worry, Synthactor. We're done.
He said, "Y'all talking too much today."
We're done to stop now. We're done. But yeah, I really think that Anjanette needs a heavy round of applause, a very hearty thank you for coming. Highly recommended by Autumn.
Oh, shout out to Autumn, new mama's babies.
No, did you see the little one? Did she give you a little sneak peek? Oh, so cute.
Yeah, I'm just like, dude, like I met her through Instagram like years ago too, and I'm like, dang, I can't believe life just goes by, right?
It's so crazy. I can't believe the baby's like in the world now. Like it just felt like not that long ago. Like Autumn and I were at a concert, and then like now the baby's like, there it is. It's like, wow, that's crazy. So yes, all claps.
Yeah, thank y'all for tuning in and like, keeping all the commentary lively in the chat, man. I see y'all.
Thank you. We should do a stream about the push someday, because just Autumn is a big pusher. You're a big
She pushing P.
so hope to have you back. And last, obviously, super shout out to Destructo. I can't
Yeah,
there's
shout
no
out
amount
to Destructo. Like, dang,
too
bringing home
much.
the bacon.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, I don't know what else to say, but oh, last thing here. Last thing in the chat. Check out Anjanette on Spotify. Everybody,
Oh,
check
yeah.
it out on Spotify.
Thank you guys.
Do not miss out. Tracks very dope, talent very high, and a new song out
On the 9th. We rhyming right there.
Yeah. All right, everybody. We'll see y'all next week. And
Right. Have a good one, y'all.